ladies and gentlemen. Whoo! My friends, it is time. This is going to be the first ever time that I watched this cutscene, and I could not. I actually legitimately don't think I could be more excited for this right now. I watched the first 3 seconds of it just to make sure it was what I thought it was. I uploaded it to my channel so you guys can watch it. If you haven't seen the original, it's down below, first link in the description. I'm not even ready, dude. I am straight up not even ready for what I'm about to watch right now, because this, my friends, is the intro cutscene to Revelations. This is going to be my first time watching it. We're going to do a live reaction, then we're going to be breaking it down after that. I don't think I could be, literally, I feel like my shirt right now, I'm just like fading back into existence right now, because I don't think the amount of hype that I have for this trailer could ever be matched. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and watch the trailer together for the first time. Let's go ahead and put on the best quality, full quality. Here we go.
And his name is Rick Harrison, and this.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to turn off donations for this. Professor Z, I'll get to you in just a Professor Z, I will get to you in just a moment, my friend. Just a moment. All right, here we go. It's time.
Okay. Let's recap a bit, shall we? This was meant to be a new start, really. A perfect world.
The house,
Free
dude.
from all the evil that had corrupted each and every corner of the known and unknown universe.
Oh my gosh, we're in the house.
Safety for the kids. The little yous. You little...
Eddie and Samantha.
So
Wait.
far, so good.
No, dude, no.
But things started to go wrong soon after you arrived.
Is that Maxis? Is that the man himself?
Now,
Yo!
I can understand your initial shock coming face to face with Maxis, especially after so long. But you did the right thing. You followed the
Are those
plan.
radios?
You brought the summoning key here, and you destroyed that bloody machine once and for all.
Dude.
Thing is, Maxis went and ballsed everything up.
What's he reading? Is that the Canorium? Or is that just random books?
Must help me. He heard voices, you see.
No, dude, no.
Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world.
No.
It wasn't really his fault. You know, he hasn't actually got his soul yet. All I got was a brain. Anyway, the key thing, as in the thing that is key,
No,
is that Maxis
dude.
fiddled around with the summoning thingamajig and accidentally released an even bigger bastard. Someone even I didn't know.
The Shadow Man. Bro, he's back.
The Shadow Man.
Oh.
The one and only original Harbinger of Doom.
Dude.
So, I'm going to be absolutely truthful with you. Things have got way too far out of control. This isn't any vague woo evil. We're talking about the Apothecons. The most powerful and evil entities in all the existences that ever existed. And now they're here, in our perfect world. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. It's a fucking shit show.
I'm literally dead. I'm literally dead. Oh my. Oh, my brain. Holy. Dude, Okay, no, we gotta watch it again. Okay, we gotta watch it again. Dude, so much for being safe in the house indeed. Holy crap. Alright, we gotta watch this again. We gotta go through this again. We're just gonna watch it again. We're gonna take all that in again. And I'm actually gonna kind of give my thoughts instead of just being like, that was everything I could have asked for right there. That was honestly everything that I could have asked for right there. Holy, we gotta watch it again. We gotta watch it again. And then after that, we're gonna go through it and break it down and talk about it and kind of catch you guys up to speed on what the heck is going down here. So, let's go ahead. Let's watch it again. Okay. I can't not watch that again.
Let's recap a bit, shall we?
All right, so it definitely seems like the Shadow Man, Dr. Monty is actually good. I thought he was secretly evil, but it seems like he's actually good.
The evil that had corrupted each and every corner of the known and unknown universe.
Why are him and Richtofen against each other?
Kids, the little yous, you little. Well, so far, so good.
Dude, that's insane. That's our 04 characters plus Samantha, all kids form, sitting there playing. Okay, so Richtofen and the 4 teleport in.
Initial shock coming face to face with Maxis, especially after so long.
Okay, so Maxis hears the whispering from the key, and look at it. Look at Maxis's face.
You followed the plan. You brought the summoning key here, and you destroyed that bloody machine once and for all. Thing is,
dude,
Maxis went and ballsed everything up.
So the Shadow Man like possessed Maxis basically. You hear his voice there. He's like, "You must help me."
He heard voices, you see.
Oh my goodness gracious! And the summoning key is very clearly trying to possess him.
Can we prevent the destruction of your world?
And then he uses the same line from Shadows of Evil.
His fault. You know, he hasn't actually got his soul yet. All I got was a brain. Anyway, the key thing, as in the thing that is key, is that Maxis fiddled around with the summoning thingamajig and accidentally released an even bigger bastard.
It's in,
Someone
and then the Shadow Man comes in.
The Shadow Man. The one and only original Harbinger of Doom.
So the Shadow Man comes in and is like, "Yo, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna freaking turn this whole place into a just... Oh my gosh, this is insane. There's so much to talk about." Straight up messes up everything, dude. Oh, this map is gonna look, it's gonna look great. It's gonna be insane.
I'm going to be absolutely truthful with you. Things have got way too far out of control. This isn't any vague evil. We're talking about the apothecary.
Okay, this part is interesting right here.
And evil entities in all the existences that ever.
Okay, that part is really interesting. We're gonna talk about that.
In our perfect world. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. It's a fucking shit show.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we got so much to talk about, guys. We have so much to talk about right there. All right, so real quick. I guess we'll get to this part first. All right, let's break this down section by section, and then we'll go back through it again and really like make sure we get every detail here. So we started off.
Let's recap a bit, shall we?
Okay, so obviously this chronologically is after the events of Gorod Krovi. We've captured all the souls. We have all of the souls in the summoning key, as well as the Shadow Man. You have to remember, in the very first map, our Shadows of Evil characters actually captured the soul of the Shadow Man into this little canister. We beat the Shadow Man once before, but we only captured his soul into the summoning key. So he has still been in the summoning key the entire time, and I talked about this with Jason Blundell whenever we did the Jason Blundell interview, or kind of DLC 2 reveal, or DLC 1. That was actually DLC 1 reveal, yeah. So inside the summoning key, we have Richtofen, or supposedly Richtofen's soul, but then Richtofen's soul didn't go up with the 3. We don't actually have confirmation that Richtofen's soul is in there. We know for sure that Takio, Nikolai, and Dempsey all have their souls in the summoning key, as well as the Shadow Man. So, in that summoning key, we have all of these people.
A new start, really. The perfect world.
So here is the perfect world. This is the perfect world that we assume Monty has created. And basically, this is for the children. This is to keep the children safe.
Free from all the evil that had corrupted each and every corner of the known and unknown universe. It was going to be a place of safety for the kids, the little yous. You little... Well, so far, so...
Okay, so there's a little bit of salt right there. So did you hear that with Monty? He sounded a little salty. He's like the little kids, you little. Listen.
The little yous. You little... Well, so far, so...
And then he goes, so far. Dude, okay, so Monty is not like, and you also see Fluffy in the background. So we have Samantha. What are they holding here? Oh my gosh, dude. Who is that? Takio is holding the rocket from either is that the Ascension rocket? That might be the Ascension rocket. He's holding a rocket there. It's kind of hard to tell with the motion blur. Fluffy's in the background. And then they're all playing with the different zombies and the characters and everything, just like we saw at the end of the Origins cutscene, which is insane. So this is like the safe place, basically.
So good.
Fluffy, dude, Fluffy's
But
there.
things started to go wrong soon after you arrived.
Okay, so this is our characters coming back.
No.
We assume through this device. So this device right here, we assume is some sort of interdimensional device. So another interesting note is that over here, there's a machine that looks a lot like the machine on Grog Krovi, but again, that's just a Group 935. Obviously, Maxis is working in his office, and this is in the house itself. So in the house itself, Maxis is hanging out here with the kids. You heard the siren go off.
Now, I can understand.
Okay, so wait, let's listen back again. Let's listen back
After
again.
you were...
So
But
here,
things
there's the
started
same
to go
siren.
wrong soon after you arrived.
So everything was perfect, and then we arrived here to try to set. So basically, Maxis and Richthofen's plan here is to set the universe right. They're supposed to set the universe right. They want to delete all this evil, not only in this dimension but all the dimensions. And like, oh my gosh. Okay, let me go ahead and turn donations back on. I just turned them off while we watched that for the first time. Brad Jacka says the hype is real. Max J says, did you ever check out my channel? I wasn't able to, dude. I was super busy yesterday with school stuff. But I'm sad it's gonna end, but fun story. Dude, it's literally insane. I'm not ready for it to end, honestly. And Professor Steve says, hey man, this intro is brazy. What's your opinion on the characters arriving in the house? Was still a sanctuary. Seems odd considering the house was always depicted and broken in sorts. I think the way it was depicted was after the Shadow Man arrived, basically. Also, what was up with the Milo and John beef? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just put my little piece of input in and then got out. I don't really care all too much. All right,
Now,
let's keep going.
I can understand your initial shock coming face to face with Maxis, especially after so long.
So it sounds like he's talking about Nikolai, Dempsey, and Takio here, because obviously Richthofen knows Maxis. They embrace, they hug it out. They're broing it out, and the rest of the characters are like, I can imagine your initial shock after seeing Maxis after so long, and also kind of talking to the players themselves.
Understand your initial shock coming face to face with Maxis, especially after so long.
Okay, so this is the important part right here. So this is where Richthofen pulls out the summoning key. Now watch Maxis closely. Watch Maxis closely.
But you did the right thing. You followed the plan. You brought the summoning key here.
Did you see that? So basically, Richthofen pulls out the summoning key, and almost immediately, it starts beckoning to Maxis. It starts kind of just like talking to him, getting him like, you know, like it starts affecting Maxis, and we hear a little bit more about this in just a second here.
But you did the right thing. You followed the plan. You brought the summoning
So then he
key.
kind of like, he looks at it, he's like taken aback, he hears these voices, and then he kind of shakes it off and like addresses the other three characters.
You brought the summoning key here.
So again, he like shakes it off, he's like, get these voices out of my head, and then
And
like
you
looks at all the
destroyed
people.
that bloody machine once and for all.
So this part I'm a little fuzzy on. What kind of machine do you think this is? This looks like it's the time travel teleporter. This looks like it's the teleporter. that is like kind of the interdimensional device. They're obviously destroying it, and Monty doesn't like it. He's like that blasted machine, or what does he say? DJ Tilt says, I'm back, hype, overload, Richthofen good, Monty good, Shadow Man bad, Max is crazy AF. Dude, it's very, very possible. It's very, very possible that all of that is true. Matt, I don't know what to think anymore. What do you guys think? Is Monty good or is Monty good or bad? I know obviously the Shadow Man's bad. Obviously that dude's not what we need. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on Monty? My thoughts have kind of changed after this trailer.
For all. For all.
Wait, okay, so what does he say about the machine? Is it that bloody machine or blasted machine? Oh wait, we didn't check for blood vials. Nikolai still has that hole in his chest, so it's obviously still after Gerard Crovey. Did Richthofen have blood vials? Yeah, I think he does. Let's take a look. I see the straps. I see the straps where his blood vials are. I don't see the actual physical blood vials themselves.
But you did.
Yep, he still has the blood vials, you see? There's the blood right there. So they still have blood vials.
Thing. You followed the plan. You brought the summoning key here, and you destroyed that bloody machine once and for all.
So that bloody machine once and for all. So obviously Monty doesn't like this machine that they've been using to travel around.
Maxis went and ballsed everything up.
So Maxis is sitting here reading. Now it doesn't. I don't think this is the Chronorium, just because the Chronorium is a physical book that Richthofen went and read. But I think it's just a normal book that Maxis was reading. And he has coffee around him. He's got that light on. He looks like he's just having he looks like he's just having himself a late night snooze fest here.
Please, you must help me.
So did you hear that there? He goes, "Please, you must help me."
Please, you must help me.
So the Shadow Man obviously is affecting Maxis in a way that it hasn't affected any of the other characters, and even Monty says it like Maxis balls it all up.
Please, you must help me.
Oh, that's creepy, dude.
He
So
heard voices, you see, calling to him.
so oh, do you see that? That kind of looks like the airstrike grenade, kind of up there with that right above that. Obviously, this is the laboratory where Maxis has been working and where they devised this plan. So Richthofen followed the plan. Monty doesn't actually seem too hostile toward Richthofen this time around, but he has in the past, so it's kind of weird. So yeah, that's just a quick observation there. And the summoning key is on the table, kind of like glowing. Obviously, it's affecting Maxis with those voices.
Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world.
Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world. Fellowship of the Eggs, the shout out to Han Solo, Country, Adidas, and Dunstops. The Easter eggs are gonna be insane, dude. The Easter eggs are actually gonna be insane. And the Winterman says, "No, you're an awesome dude, but not as awesome as Mr. Jason Blundell, dude." Like, you cannot beat the Blundell storytelling here, Craig Houston. Seriously, you cannot. So Maxis comes down. Hashtag blame Maxis. Oh man. So he comes down.
Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world.
Boom. So he, the Shadow Man says, obviously it like zooms to his hand there and he grabs it. But he uses the same line he uses on the Shadows of Evil characters. Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world. Let's play that again.
Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world.
It wasn't really his.
So Maxis obviously doesn't want to do this. Like, he's being beckoned by the voices, and then here's where his face is telling him he messed up, and he's looking at his hand. He's like, don't grab it, Maxis. He's like, do not do this. And obviously it activates, and his hand is kind of drawn to it, and he grabs it, and then he's like, ah! Like, he doesn't want to be doing this, but he was beckoned and kind of like controlled by these voices, which is the Shadow Man. And his influence. Grant Norton says, "Hey, do you remember that one cipher in Grog Crovey talking about how some of these keepers rose to become wards of the universe? What if Monty is one of those keepers?" I honestly think Monty is part of the keeper race, but if that is so, that means he's good. and I don't know if I'm down with that. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to see. No, at the end of the trailer, Dipsy seems to have the Rifty 9. Oh, I'll take a look at that. Thank you so much, Cashew. And then Durex Chronox says Dr. Maxis is the bald person Ascension. First strike poster. Is he really? Let me see. First strike poster Black Ops. He looks similar, but I don't think this is Maxis. We still don't know. This is not Richthofen. This is the only thing we know is that this is not Richthofen right here. What do you guys think? Does Maxis look like this dude? It's possible if he was like completely bald. What do you guys think? Is that the same person? His eyes don't look blue, and Maxis's eyes are blue. What do you guys think? Is that the same person or no? I don't think so, but you guys can let me know what you think. Let me pull the chat back up. Check the paintings. I'll check the paintings. Yeah, I don't think that's the same person. Let's see. Moses says Monty is evil AF, trying so hard to make Monty seem the good guy to set up the twist of him being evil. It's possible. It's honestly very, very possible. So where were the paintings? The paintings were up here. So we have the flower vase right there, which is interesting. I don't know if it's the same one from Garage Crovey. Are you talking about these paintings? Rick Harrison is in the first strike poster. I can't really tell what that painting is. That might appear somewhere else in the zombies storyline, but I can't really tell from here. You see the jug in the background next to the candle? Dude, I like how they put the candle there. Like, it seems like the Easter eggs that we haven't found in Garage Crovey are here. So you see the candle? It's there. Or there's two of them, I guess.
But things started
Monty is
to go
evil
wrong
AF.
soon after you arrived.
Is it the night? Oh, behind Maxis. Okay.
Now, I can understand your initial shock.
I know, I just want to say I love you, man, and can you please shout out my boy Max? Hey, shout out to you, Max, and thank you so much, Dilled Pickle. Appreciate you. Behind Maxis?
But you did the right thing.
Oh. Dude, look at Maxis. He is just so taken. He's like,
summoning key here.
You bring me that summoning key, boy.
Bloody machine once and for all.
All right, we'll play it up to the point where Maxis has the painting behind
Maxis
him.
went and ballsed everything up.
Please. You must help me.
You must have. That's so creepy, dude.
He heard voices, you see, calling to him.
Oh yeah, that is the same poster from Dreisendrag. Look at that. That is insane. That is the night painting from Dreisendrag. That is crazy, dude. I'm telling you, all the maps are gonna come together in this last one.
Only together.
Okay, this is where we were.
The destruction of your world.
It wasn't really his fault. You know, he hasn't actually got his soul yet.
Okay, that's an interesting line. He hasn't. It wasn't really his fault. You know, he hasn't actually got his soul yet. So it seems like Maxis does not have a soul, and that's why he's affected so deeply by this. Now, why he doesn't have his soul yet, I don't know. That is the form. Maybe that's something to do with the formless one. The formless one will be their downfall, maybe. Like, he doesn't have a soul. He's the formless one. I don't know. Austin Lee says, hey, no, do you think it's possible that Monty and Richthofen are good, but Monty means to do the right thing, but for everyone, they'll have to die and the blood will reset everything? Also, Monty makes a mention of Maxis not having a soul. Monty only has his brain. Yeah, I know, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part for me. Will you be streaming this when it drops that night? Just seeing what it drops 9/6, possible codec speed conflict. No, I'll be back, 100%. I'll be back 100%, don't worry. Dude, that is insane. This is insanely close. Remind me to show you guys the new theme at the end of this as well. All right, so let's listen to this again.
It wasn't really his fault. You know, he hasn't actually got his soul yet.
So maybe it's something to do with the Maxis drone. Like, obviously the Maxis drone had his brain in it, and maybe that brain was transported to the house. Or I don't know. he doesn't actually have his soul yet. Maybe everyone who is here has been giving their soul. Obviously, Richtofen sent back all the souls. Honestly, maybe that's it. Huh. Because Richtofen sent back all the souls. He obviously might still have his in the summoning key. We don't know about his. That's another discussion. But he basically sent the souls back. Samantha might already have her soul here because of the ether. And maybe the reason Maxis is only here because basically, and I'm thinking end of Origins cutscene. So end of Origins cutscene, Maxis drone flies into the portal. Samantha is transported to the house. Eddie, Richtofen, everybody else in the house already has their soul because they collected them in Garad Krovi, so maybe they can exist here because their souls have been collected. And Maxis is the only one who doesn't have a soul. Who we haven't collected Maxis's soul from anything. So maybe that's the reason why. What do you guys think? Someone said there's a crafting table. Oh, you mean this table right here? All right.
It wasn't really his fault. You know, he hasn't actually got his soul yet. All I got was a brain. Anyway.
Oh, Monty. Okay, now it makes all. Yeah, I think my theory was correct just a second ago.
All I got was a brain.
So, okay, so the end of the Origins cutscene. End of the Origins cutscene. Dude, this is it. This is actually it now. Okay, so the end of the Origins cutscene, right? Samantha, obviously, our characters complete it, and then they're transported away from France, right? The 4 characters that you play as, Richtofen, Nikolai, Takeo, Dempsey. All 4 of those characters are transported away. They basically leave France and go to the next map, which is basically whatever Richtofen kind of goes on his 2-year break. Okay, here we go. I'm so excited right now. So at the end of Origins, right, the 4 characters, Richtofen basically leads them for 2 years. He hunts around, he goes, and then the stuff that's going to be detailed in the comic book that Treyarch is coming out with, he uses the transit characters to find the Chronorium, and he learns about the summoning key. He goes, he grabs the summoning key, and then he rejoins all the characters at the Giant, right? So here, work with me here. That's the perfect explanation, but I realize some of you guys might still be confused. Let me get a piece of paper here. So here's Origins, right? Oops. Here's Origins. Okay, so here's Origins. Okay, you literally cannot see anything. Oh, I'm so hyped right now. Okay, here. Let me do this. Let's go to paint. Okay, let's paint a pretty picture here. Okay, so here we go. So here's Origins. So here's Origins, right? From here, this is what happens. So this is Maxis and Samantha. Dude, this revealed so much. So Maxis and Samantha go to the house. Okay, right? So Maxis and Samantha go to the house. You with me so far? This is the portal at the end of the Origins cutscene. He creates the here. Let me make the big blue portal in the sky. The Maxis drone with Maxis's brain. Maxis, I'm gonna write that. Maxis brain. So the Maxis brain is Samantha's soul, and everything in her entire being is released to the house, right? So they are now at the house. Let me draw a nice little house here. Okay, so they're at the house now. Our 3 characters, so this is Demp, and Nick. So Demp, and Nikolai go and do whatever. We don't know what exactly they're doing, but they wind up at the Giant, right? The Giant. Okay. Richtofen. So this is Rick. Richtofen goes to get the Chronorium. And the summoning key. Summon. Whatever. It's a terrible. So we got the summoning key, and then we've got the Chronorium. So Richtofen gets the Chronorium. He goes and he gets the summoning key, and this is the 2-year break where Richtofen is basically like gone forever, right? And then he rejoins all the characters in the Giant. So this is all 4 of our original characters at the Giant. So now what they do is they collect Richthofen's soul. So this is Richthofen's soul, and then from there they go to Der Eisen. So they go to Der Eisen, they get Demp's soul, Dempsey's soul. From here they go to Zet. Zetsu. They get Takio's soul. Tak. Is this making sense, guys? Is this making sense? At the very end of Zetsubo, they all go somewhere and they get the blood. They get the blood. Richthofen had the blood already, but they all go somewhere and they get the blood. And then they go to Garad. And then right at Garad they acquire Nikolai's soul. So here they have all their souls, right? And then from here, all the characters go to the house. So they now all have souls, and the only person who does not have a soul that's at the house, Monty, we're not sure about because Monty's kind of like all powerful. Monty doesn't really need a soul. He can travel everywhere. He's like a god basically. He gives Maxis a body, but he doesn't have Maxis's soul. Nowhere here did we collect Maxis's soul. Nowhere here. So Maxis is basically screwed because he only has his body, right? He only has his body. He does not have his soul. Nowhere do we collect his soul. Everywhere else, the people are good because Samantha... Here, let's do some green checks. Samantha, soul collected. Richthofen, soul collected. Dempsey, soul collected. Takio, soul collected. Blood, collected. Not a soul, but we got the blood. Nikolai, collected. Let's see. Let me... Yeah, we're good. And then Maxis does not ever get a soul. So Samantha, Richthofen, Dempsey, Takio, Nikolai all have souls. That's why the 5 children are at the house. Maxis's brain did not get a soul, and then our characters show up who obviously have their souls because they have been alive the entire time. So this is both. So here are all the people in the house. We have young 04. We have old 04. We have Monty, who's everywhere, so it doesn't really count. But we have Monty, and we have Maxis. And I guess Fluffy has a soul as well. I guess that's kind of like a plot hole there. But basically, everybody who's here has a soul except for Maxis. And that's why Maxis is affected by the summoning key. So that's the Origins cutscene explained. I don't know if you guys realize how big that is. The Origins cutscene is now explained. And Monty goes, all I got was a soul. Or all I got was a brain. So listen again.
Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world.
It wasn't really his fault. You know, he hasn't actually got his soul yet. All I got was a brain. Anyway, the key...
So that explains, that line right there explains the Origins cutscene. Literally, it explains. Samantha's soul was sent to the house. Samantha was there. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, that's so big. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? What about Shadows of Evil? That's where on my little picture. That was the summoning key right here. This is where they got the summoning key. So that was Shadows of Evil. So Chronorium is what's going to be explained in the comments, or the comics, the Call of Duty Zombies comics, and then the summoning key is what is explained or what is retrieved in the basically in Shadows of Evil. That's where Richtofen grabs the summoning key, and then he meets up with everybody in the giant. If that makes sense. Insane, bro. Insane. We don't know how Mob of the Dead plays in yet. We don't know how Mob of the Dead plays in. I'm guessing that's what the blood is going to be explained by. Let's see. Let me catch up on a few tips here. Revelations hype. Ghetto Google says, I'm Rick Harrison. This is my pawn shop. Work here. Oh my gosh. He just did the whole copy pasta. Thank you so much, Ghetto Google. Runkinator says, I think Monty is neither good nor evil. He's just the overseer of the universe. He's trying to save the perfect world, but get rid of the Origins characters and maybe Maxis too, since they messed everything up. Hashtag hype for Harambe. It's very possible. Very, very possible, Runkinator. Lucky says, no, do you play Steam games on Windows 7 or Windows 10? I play on Windows 8. I'm Mathers YT. Thank you for your tip, Lucky. Lucky says no. I'm Mathers YT says the amount of hype is too much. I'm gonna have a stroke before Revelations drops. Dude, seriously, this is insane. It's like so close too. It's insanely close. I didn't think that they were gonna have it this close. Viper Venom says, hey, no, there's something in the kid's bedroom, and the mannequin could be the electrical source. There's something in the kid's bedroom.
So long.
There's something in the kid's bedroom. The mannequin could be the electrical source. What?
The little use. You little.
He's
so far.
He's so
good.
mad at us. There is a mannequin over there. It's the it looks like the Grod Krovi one. And it might appear some other places. I don't know. It's just kind of general. It's the mannequin. Viper Venom says no. There's something. Oh yeah, I read that one. 406 Gamer says Revelations Easter egg. Yes, we fight the Shadow Man as the kids and call action figures for backup in the Frozen Forest. JK, love your vids. Thanks so much, 406. That would be an interesting end. I will say that would be an interesting end. Serentix says, since Maxis only has a brain, if you send me the Maxis drone, you must make a perfect, then that must make the perfect world Agartha. Mine equals bone. I don't think Richtofen collected his soul at the giant before Origins. Eddie in the house equals Richtofen's soul. That's honestly very possible as well. Richtofen could already have his soul here since Eddie is already in the house. So, I don't know, that's an interesting, that's very, very interesting to think about as well. Because Richtofen didn't send up his soul, but Eddie was already in the house. So I don't know when that must have happened, but Eddie's soul was already in the house. And so he's good, basically. He's fine. That's a good call, Serentix. DJ Tilt says, what if the Shadow Man's soul goes into Maxis and we have to defeat Maxis in the boss battle? I think he's going to be appearing as the Shadow Man the entire time. I don't know. You guys can let me know in just a second whenever we get to that. But RoboMole says, COD XP Prestige Ticket Holder, I hope you're doing a fan meetup. Oh, for sure. We'll do one for sure. If not, I will have a very particular set of skills. I will look for you, I will find you, and I will hug you. And probably ask for an autograph and a selfie. See you there, bro. Yeah, RoboMole. We'll definitely be doing a meetup there. I will definitely have a meetup for my fans there, for sure. And I'll see you there. See you there. I look forward to it, my dude. I'm Brian Games says, what graphics card do you have? I literally have no idea. It's the GTX like 980, I think.
But you did the right.
Everybody's there's a map on the carpet. Really? Ooh, there is.
Well, so far, so good.
There is a map on the carpet. Do you guys see that? Is that? I'm trying to realize if that's a map we've already got or it's just a design or what. But it definitely looks like there's a map on the carpet. What is that? Do you guys see that? There definitely is a map on the carpet. Good spot, whoever did that. Good spot. The rug, dude. The rug. I mean, it helps to just pause every single frame and look at everything. Yeah, there's definitely something on the carpet. I don't recognize the map, but we'll definitely try to figure out what that is. Okay, let's go back to this part.
You followed the plan. You brought the summoning key here, and you destroyed that bloody machine once and for all. Thing is, Max's went, you see, calling to it.
Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world.
It wasn't really his fault. You know, he hasn't actually got his soul yet. All I got was a brain. Anyway, the key thing, as in the thing that is key, is that Max is fiddled around with the...
That's a funny play on words. Okay, so that's not any intel, it's just a funny play on words. Or it may possibly...
All I got was a brain. Anyway, the key thing, as in...
The key thing, as in the thing that is key.
The thing that is key...
So not talking about the summoning key, but the key thing that happened is... Okay, so what do you guys think? Did the Shadow Man take over, put his soul into Maxis? Because it definitely looks like Maxis... It looks like Maxis disappears in a flash, and then pops back in as the Shadow Man. Or now Maxis is in the summoning key, and the Shadow Man isn't. But then again, Maxis doesn't have a soul to capture. So did the Shadow Man take over Maxis's body? What do you guys think? Did the Shadow Man take over Maxis's body, or what happened with Maxis basically? That's what I want to know. What do you guys think? I think Maxis got his body taken over, and is now the Shadow Man. I'm guessing. Let's see. Team Money Fizz says, do you think the blood was for Maxis in order to give him a soul? Maybe, possibly. I'm not sure. I don't think it's for Maxis. I think it's for protection from Dr. Monty. Your mother's butthole says, quit YouTube, you filthy degenerate, from Tim. Okay, well, thank you for your $5 to diss me. I guess good job. Hope you're Hope you're happy with that trade there. $5 for me literally just being like, okay. Raise Right Now says the free will that Dr. Monty talked about would be only applicable if you have a soul. That means Maxis does not have free will. Since he doesn't have a soul, the rest of the crew has their souls. That means they were able to resist the Shadow Man. That's honestly a good thought as well. That's a really, really good thought as well. I'm still kind of convinced that Monty is evil, and I'm not 100%. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's really, really hard to say. So Maxis is there. He disappears. And then someone reappears, or he reappears as the Shadow Man, who is like all calm and collected, just catches the summoning key, be like, yo, this is my invention right here. This is my summoning key. Alex Kitch says Rick Tuffin gets blood vials from Mob of the Dead in that 2-year gap as they have blood vials and DEs. That's Noshima and GK. Kind of Alex. I'll explain it again in a minute though. Hollow 4K says the map on the carpet looks like Kino. Maybe. I don't know what the Kino map looks like, so I'm not exactly sure. Jabba the Hutt says, but in Origins, Rick Tuffin cuts someone's brain in half and grabs his brain. Maybe it was Maxis' brain, but since he didn't have the summoning key, he couldn't get a soul. Exactly. It was Maxis. We know for sure it was Maxis on that table that Rick Tuffin extracted his brain from. Okay, let's watch a little bit more.
Is that Maxis fiddled around with the summoning thingamajig and accidentally released an even bigger bastard.
So basically he's saying Maxis messed around and accidentally released the Shadow Man. But mostly it's because Maxis was being controlled by the Shadow Man.
Bigger bastard. Someone even I didn't know was in there. The Shadow Man.
So literally no one knew that the Shadow Man was in the summoning key except for the original characters, except for the Shadows of Evil characters. No one knew, but not even Dr. Monty says like, yo, I had no idea. And as you can see, he has the Apothicon symbol on his chest there. He's got Apothicon symbols. Ooh, be kind of interesting to read what it says up and down his shirt. But then again, when there's a lot of Apothicon symbols, kind of like in a row, it usually doesn't mean very much because it only means something if there's like 3 symbols, and if it's just a bunch, it's just kind of like just showing the language and everything. So I guess we could translate this. Let me go to the Chronorium. Shouts out to Milo for this. Okay, so let's see what he said. What he has here. So he's got the circle, the bullseye with 3 spikes on it. So let's go ahead and do this. Although I don't know if we have this. I know that Jason Mundell was planning on putting more Apothicon language in it. So 3 spikes. I don't think we have the symbol, guys. I don't think we have the symbol. Yeah. This is brand new Apothicon language, so we can't translate this. That symbol on his chest right here. Yeah, the symbol doesn't have a translation, or it's basically a crappily drawn Apothicon symbol because there's no translation for it. Yeah, I don't think we have a translation. Yeah, there's nothing. Well, rip in pieces. Okay, I guess we'll go on a little bit farther. Oh wait, hold on before we go. The pain behind Maxis when he picks up the summoning key is from DE. Yeah, we mentioned that earlier. Jordash Owen. It's insane. It's the night picture. Denver says the Shadow Man can control people that don't have souls like Maxis and Nero. They both heard voices. Not sure if that's right. If that's important. Just thought I could mention it. Nero had a soul though. Nero heard voices because he was freaking crazy. Also, it may have been the Shadow Man, but I don't know if he just has higher more power on people who don't have souls. That's definitely what it seems like. Cross Ghost Force says, I always picture Dr. Monty in a suit and gloves. Now Dr. Monty's taken over Maxis' body so he can have physical form like when he holds up the summoning key. This isn't Dr. Monty. This is the Shadow Man. This is the Shadow Man right here. Blind Eye says, Edward equals Eddie. That map could be a map of Agartha. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Edward equal to Eddie. Yes. Obviously. It looks, yeah, I know that it looks like the beast mode, but it's not exactly the beast mode. I know it's not it's close, but it's not exactly the beast mode. But that could be again what I'm saying with it being similar, and it's not an exact exact replica of it. Guitar Freak says, but is there a tutorial mode? Yes, Guitar Freak, there is. It's right now. I mean, this is the tutorial. So it's possible we'll go with Beast for now because there's not an exact kind of like, maybe it's just like the way they kind of simplified it down because it is a pin on his chest. But let me see. Only the cursed survive poster. Yeah, because it's not exactly the beast mode symbol. Look, this is the beast mode symbol. Give me a second here. This is the beast mode symbol right here on that card. So it's similar, yes, but it's not the exact one. I just wanted to make sure that I don't say like, oh, for sure the beast mode symbol. It's the Bumpaka symbol. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, so here's where we get to the really interesting stuff. Although the entire, you know, Origins cutscene being explained was pretty cool too. All right.
Accidentally released an even bigger bastard. Someone even I didn't know was in there. The Shadow Man.
Okay, so the Shadow Man gets released, obviously. Even Dr. Monty didn't know that he was in there. No one really knew he was in there. So basically, Dr. Monty said they screwed up the plan since he didn't know the Shadow Man was in the summoning key. Richtofen and messed up the plan by having the Shadow Man sell in the summoning key. I guess, basically. It's kind of hard to say who he's blaming for the screw up. It seems like he's kind of blamed Maxis. But at the same time, he was like, yo, it wasn't actually Maxis' fault because he didn't have a soul. Because all he got was a brain to put it into a body. Dat Beast Brandon says the orb is the Dark Ether. It's very possible. It's very, very possible. But I don't think I agree with that. But I'll talk about that once we get there. And then Julia says, so are we going to be jumping from map to map? It seems like we're going to have sections of every map in this map. So let's play a little farther here.
The one and only original Harbinger of Doom.
So this guy seems like he is the original Apothicon. When he says the original Harbinger of Doom, it definitely seems like this dude right here is the Apothicon, like the original Apothicon. And like the story with the Apothicons and the Keepers is the Keepers were like holding up society, and then a like group of them defected and became the Apothicons and wanted to just mess up everything. Argo says, first time donating, love the streams, and they make me a not crappy player. Could Dr. Monty be the Shadow Man, be related to, or even split from the same being? I think they both are keepers. That's my kind of like working theory. But then again, I don't know if Dr. Monty is all good like he says he is, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
The one and only original Harbinger of Doom.
Hold on, what do I have? There we go. Okay, so this is just like showing everything breaking. Okay, let's break that entire sequence down right there.
I'm going.
Okay, I don't know why I keep doing this. Here we go. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this here. Boston Lost says the trailer is amazing, but I think the rug is Grog Kirby because it looks like where we placed down the trophies. It's possible. It's very, very possible. It could be just, it makes references to Grog Kirby a couple different times in the house, so it's very possible. Apple Genius says when it shows the knocked in the video, you look through a hole in the roof and you can see apart from the Rise and Death Ray. Are they merging? We'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely going to look at that in just a second. Apple Genius. Give me 1 moment. All right, so obviously Shadow Man is like doing what he does best, messing everything up. He releases, so this is important to look at. So he summons this giant orb, and I'll talk about what I think this orb is in just a second. We got the house, or a house. Okay, so obviously this world is not limited to just the house. This world is like a full. We obviously don't see any other people, but and then we have this random explosion in the middle. I don't know what that explosion is caused by. There's nothing there 1 second, and then the next second. Yeah, Yeah, I don't think there's anything like causing that explosion. I think it just happened. So that just shows a little bit of the destruction and the deforming of the world that the Shadow Man causes, like right off the bat. It doesn't look like there's anything too interesting here. And then obviously this part is summoned right here. This is the interesting part that I'm not exactly sure what that is. It looks like there's some sort of castle there. You guys see the castle? I don't know, maybe this is the actual playable area of the map, and this is where like all the different maps are merging. Because there's definitely some interesting stuff. Like right in here, there's something. We have a castle-looking type thing up here. So maybe that's Drazendrak. Something interesting there, but it's just really, really hard to see. It's just a very, very small or far away image. What do you guys think? What do you guys think this stuff is here? Aaron says two things. What about the acquaintances of the Shadows of Evil character and the summoning key? Yeah, I was thinking that too, but it seems like they're just kind of like discrediting them. Like they're just stuck in there. Sucks for them because they're not powerful enough to get anyone to get them out, you know? So I always thought about that, but it doesn't seem like they're really putting them into the story. So we don't really know. And how did Monty know that things are going to get worse before they get better? Because he's all powerful, I guess. Monty's kind of an interesting character. He really, really is. We just like, you know. Hardpoint says, do you realize that the church is from Origins, or am I wrong? Did you realize the church is from Origins? Let's look. I'm assuming you're talking about this church right here. Not that one. Also, I'm wondering if this is Takio's farm. Also, if you take a look at the northwest, east, south thing right here, that's the same one from Drazendrak as well. I'm wondering if this is supposed to represent anything special, like Takio's farm, or I don't know. Or it's just a random house. Is this church from Origins? I don't know. I honestly don't know if this is from Origins or not. It's I haven't played Origins enough to recognize it off the bat. You guys can tell me though. You guys can let me know. Transit mannequin? Yeah, it's the transit mannequin. It's also the Grod Krovi mannequin though. And then it looks like the church is actually down there. You see down here where it's kind of splitting off right here. It's interesting. Let's see. Tom Weirdholf says, "What about the buried ending? What happened in the is the house Agartha?" No, it is not Agartha yet. I'll explain everything again at the end. The buried ending was basically canceled out. Basically, what we're doing with this whole entire storyline is canceling out the buried events and the buried ending. That's basically what we're doing. It is the church. I don't think it's is it the Dryzen church? People are saying it is. Okay, so here let's get to the next part here. So obviously the Shadow Man has assumed his true Apothicon form, become all deformed and whatnot. That's another part of the Keeper story, is that the Apothicons, after they defected, became basically deformed. He looks like he's got dreadlocks right there. He's got like big old tentacles.
So, I'm going to be absolutely truthful with you. Things have got way too...
So, obviously, the Shadow Man just walked out, messed everything up, and then our characters are basically looking at like, oh crap, what did we do? And then Monty's like, I'm gonna be absolutely truthful with you.
Things have got way too far out of control. This isn't any vague evil. We're talking about the Apothicons.
All right, this is the part. This is the part I'm really excited to talk about. Aside from the Origins ending, this is the part that I think I am most excited for.
Evil. We're talking about the Apothicons, the most powerful and evil entities in all the existences that ever existed, and now they're here in our perfect world.
Okay, so. Basically, the Shadow Man got released. The Shadow Man turned this world into the bad place that it is. This was supposed to be the one place that was safe from this great evil. And Monty's basically saying, yo, this is like the greatest of all evils. Like, you may have thought, oh, this is pretty evil. Oh, this is pretty evil. No, this is no woo evil. This is the evil of all evils, basically. This is what that's what he's saying. So,
truthful with you. Things have got way too far out of control. This isn't any vague evil. We're talking about the Apothicons.
So the Apothicons are the greatest evil of all time. So you have these giant Apothicon like squid-looking things. These are these giant things. We haven't ever seen them before. We haven't ever seen them before. They're extracting this giant orb, and this is where this is the most interesting part. So, what I think is going on here, again, I could be wrong. I think this is a massive element 115 source. This is the source of element 115. This is, and what we see right here, it just looks like such a simple thing. This monster has one in its mouth, cruises on over, and spits it into a portal. Well, while you may be like, oh, that's not like a huge thing. Well, he's just spitting rocks into portals. Real quick, I have to look something up. Real quick, I want to see if it looks how. Okay, so take a look at this element 115 rock. Here we go. Let me go ahead and put this up on stream for you guys. Take a look at this element 115 rock. Okay.
And his name is Rick Harrison, and this is my pawn shop.
Real quick, let me catch up. The red giant orb could be element 115. If it is, the red-eyed zombies are controlled by the apothecans. Then we could have been pulling streams from the start. Are they sending the 115 to the rest of the universes? Ink Fox, you literally like said what I'm about to say. So look at the rock in his mouth, and look at this rock. Now I'm not saying it's the same one. Yeah, let me do it. Let me do it this way. Okay, so he goes, and spits it into this portal, right? This apothecon creature spits it into the portal. Look at this rock. It looks, does this not look like, if it's not the same exact one, I don't think it's the same exact one, but does that not look almost, it even almost looks like it has the origins markings on it? But I'm gonna say that this is not the exact one, because it doesn't look like it has the same shape. But look at this meteor. This is an element 115 meteor. Does this, or does this not look like the same thing that is not only in that giant orb, but coming out of his mouth right here? Basically, what I think is happening, and what the explanation for element 115 is this giant meteor is the source of it. The apothecons created it, they're farming it,
and evil entities in
and they're distributing it throughout the dimensions and throughout the worlds. Think about that for a second. This is he just finishes saying this is the evil of all evils.
talking about the apothecons.
They're extracting it. You can see them extracting it right here. You can literally see them extracting it into their mouths, and then another one of these flies by with a piece of it in his mouth and spits it into a portal. Like, literally, the reason element 115 is here, and the reason, like, the apothecons ever came and ever showed up is because... Oh, I gotta take a screenshot. That just looks amazing. Is because... is because of the Shadow Man, of this point in existence. Is that something that you guys agree with? Like, that's what I think. That's honestly what I think. We got to tweet real quick.
His name is Rick Harrison, and this is my pawn shop.
I got to tweet. I got to tweet. Hold on. I don't even know what to say, dude. I don't even know what to say. Like, if that's correct, if that's correct, the apothecons are, like, we already knew that he's already told us this is the greatest evil of all time, yada yada yada. But literally, like, I can't even do, like, actually insane.
And this is my pawn shop.
I'm just gonna tweet out Apothecon's the greatest evil that ever was. I just gotta put something out. Just gotta put something out. That's this if it's true, if it's correct, is the biggest reveal in all of zombies, like so far, like one of them at least in my opinion. He spits the 115 into another dimension and into another time. I'm gonna put the tweets up on screen. I just gotta tweet that real quick. I could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong. But, like, holy crap. Like, legit, holy crap. Oh my gosh. Army says, hey Noah, at the end of Origins we hear Maxis's voice. That means his brain is already there. Maybe that siren that rings every time someone arrives through the teleporter at the end of Origins. Rick Hoffins arrives and gets his mission from Dr. Monty or Maxis. It's possible, yeah. Definitely possible. The siren does seem to indicate someone is arriving. So, that could be the sound that you hear. Dat Beast Brandon says maybe the formless one is the Shadow Man because he's multiple different forms. Maybe the formless one will be their downfall. Maybe. Very, very possible. And I'm not just saying there's green element 115 because if you look in the other trailer here, everyone's saying, but what about the red 115? Let me pull up this right here. Let me pull up this.
And his name is Rick Harrison, and this is my pawn shop.
Breathe. Marxist!
Look at this. They also have red ones. They also have red ones. Not only do they have the blue giant orbs, but they have the red ones. You see the giant red orb? The Element 115 has multiple different colors, as you know. There's a green one, there's the blue one, there's the red one. Oh my gosh, the tactical nuke! That Apothegon looks like it could be what we saw behind Nikolai in the trailer yesterday. That's what I thought. That's honestly what I thought it was, Superstars. Thank you so much for the nuke, bro, first of all. But yeah, I honestly think that is where it came from. Is this place. That's what we saw in the background in that teaser. Ricky Tan says, just tuned in. What crazy breakdowns have I missed? Everything, dude. You missed everything. I'll recap at the end, Ricky Tan. Salvation says, shout out to Andrew with the explosion. Said he could be him transforming into the squid. And that could be a map layout right before he changes. Possibly. Again, we don't know yet. Fellowship of the Egg says, what about Mob of the Dead, Noah? Where does this fit in? We don't know yet. I think that Mob of the Dead is going to be the explanation for the blood vials. And we're going to get that explanation during the actual map. Not in the cutscene, but during the actual map. Let's see. Jay Hughes says 100% that's 115. By the way, I love the breakdowns of all things zombies. We'll be doing a full storyline vid after you complete Revelations. Yes, I will be. It'll be a lot of work, Jay Hughes, but I will be. Chaotic Slave says, where's that firebow tutorial? It's coming. It's coming eventually. Have no fears, Chaotic Slaves. Have no fears. I was thinking about making a parody one, but I don't know if people would be upset. All right, let's watch. Let's keep going. Let's keep watching here.
We're talking about the Apothecons, the most powerful and evil entities in all the existences that ever existed. And now they're here.
All right, this is our next breakdown part. Or pretty much the last breakdown part here. Okay, so as you can see, this is in the map. So Nocturne and Toten, at least part of it, will be in the map. So we see the playable area. We see the giant 115 meteor up there. And it pans down, and we're in Nocturne and Toten, right? And it looks like we have... No, dude. Oh my gosh, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy. So it looks like we have a Morgue City zombie. It looks like we have a... Is that a Mob of the Dead zombie? We have another Morgue City zombie. Another Morgue City zombie. Is that a buried zombie? Okay, hold on. This is a little bit better light. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I was about to say, if we were getting zombies from every single, like, aspect of zombies, like, every single, like, we're gonna get buried zombies, we're gonna get origin zombies, we're gonna get Mob of the Dead zombies, we're gonna get, like, every single type of zombie all running at us. That would be the coolest thing of all time, like, no joke. But they all have red eyes. Obviously, red eyes equals Apothicon control. So red eye, so we know that red eyes is Apothicon. And then, okay, so that's pretty much obviously there. It looks like that buyable barrier is still there, and it does look a little different, so you can buy your way up to the top floor of Noct, for sure. So basically, because we saw Noct in the trailer yesterday, every single map that we saw in Noct is at least going to have one playable area.
And now they're here, in our perfect world. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. It's a fucking shit show.
Gosh, dude. Woo! Death ray in the back. Let's look for the death ray here. Oh yeah, that is the death ray. That's the death ray right there. You guys are totally right. You guys see it? It's right right here. Watch right there. That is the death ray right there. Through the window. It's insanity, dude. It's actual insanity. Like,
Never existed. And now they're here.
gosh, dude. And it's coming out 9/6/16. 9/6/16. You guys want to see something cool? You want to see something cool real quick? 11 days, 22 hours, 8 minutes, and 3 seconds until Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Salvation releases. Not only that, but there's a theme that's out right now. These are the sound effects for it as well. That's on my PlayStation. You guys can get it right now. If you guys want to get it, just go to your Call of Duty, go to related items, go to add-ons, view all, and you should be able to download it if you have the season pass. Obviously, I can't do it again because I already downloaded it, but you can actually, you can download it right now. Anyway, it's so soon. It's so soon. Like the end is here, boys. The end is here. Let's see. J Hughes says, I appreciate it, love you. J Hughes, I love you too, my brother. Nickel City says, I think Monty orchestrated Maxis getting whatever happened to him because Monty didn't like us Maxis working together. So now Monty is still the good guy with Maxis Con. I always love your streams, my dude. This is my first time donating. Hey, well, thank you so much, Nickel City. And it's very possible. I'm still not 100% convinced that this dude is completely good. I'm still not convinced, to be honest. But we'll see. You already know, says, so the Apothicons are spinning the M115 into other dimensions with the black hole they created. Does that mean when we use the Apothicon servant, we just teleported the zombies to a different dimension and not actually killed them? It's possible. It's possible. I think it's technically killing them. Like, I don't think they thought that far. It was just kind of like a wonder weapon and cool idea for it. But, yeah. Alright, so last thing we're going to do here is Liquid Divinium Element 115. We don't know, Piggly Wiggly. They've never explained Liquid Divinium at all. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch through it one more time. I'm going to quickly explain things as we're going, and then I'm going to do one more kind of like paint drawing here showing off exactly what happened. So, basically the entire storyline as this trailer has given it to us.
Okay, let's recap a bit, shall we? This was meant to be a new start, really. A perfect world. Free from all the evil that had corrupted each and every corner of the known.
So basically, this dimension is supposed to be the perfect dimension with no evil.
It's going to be a place of safety for the kids. The little yous. You little... Well, so far.
So here's all the kids. Here are all the kids because their souls have been collected and they've been sent here. They're all chilling. They're hanging. They're here. And then basically what happened is that Richtofen sent all the souls. He sent the souls to Maxis, and this is why this actually explains why it doesn't explain how Richtofen's soul got there in the first place, but Richtofen's soul was already here, so he only needed to send Takeo, Nikolai, and Dempsey to put their children here. This is why these 3 children weren't here at the beginning. The 3 children were not here. They were not like here until very recently at the very end of Grod Krovi. When he sent the 3 souls, it created the kid versions of them that are now here. So these kids were not here. The children were not here. Only Samantha and Eddie. And now they have some new friends, and they're all here. That was the very end of Grod Krovi, and that's when the other 3 kids arrived.
Wrong soon after you arrived.
So we have the rival of everyone else.
I understand your initial shock coming face to face with Maxis, especially after so long.
Incoming!
But you did the right thing.
So Richthofen completed his part of the plan. He collected all the souls, he got all the children to the house, and then they themselves came here.
Got the summoning key here, and you destroyed that bloody machine once and for all.
So then they destroy their means of transportation to this dimension.
Thing is, Maxis went and ballsed everything up.
So everything was perfect. They were all good to go. They were all perfect until Maxis decided, or Maxis got possessed. So everything was perfect. Everything was perfectly fine. They were all going to be here until Maxis got possessed by the Shadow Man, basically.
Please, you must help me.
He heard voices, you see, calling to him.
Only together can we prevent the destruction of your world.
That line, dude.
It wasn't really his fault. You know, he hasn't actually got his soul yet. All I got was a...
So Maxis, again, Maxis has his brain, but he doesn't have his soul yet, which is why he was so easily possessed and taken over by the Shadow
thing
Man.
that is key
The Shadow Man's
is that
release.
Maxis fiddled around with the summoning thingamajig and accidentally released an even bigger bastard. Someone even I didn't know was in there. The Shadow Man. The one and only original Harbinger of Doom.
So Shadow Man came in. Shadow Man came in, completely messed up their perfect dimension, their perfect world, and yeah, did this to it basically. Messed up everything. Let's not sugarcoat it. He messed up everything.
Absolutely truthful with you. Things have got way too far out of control. This isn't any vague evil. We're talking about the Apothecons,
George Parker,
the most
sponsoring.
powerful and evil entities.
So this right here is very important as well. This is as important as the Origins explanation, Origins ending cutscene explanation from earlier. This is what I believe the Apothecons sending out 115 to the universe. Like this is basically where it all happens. This is the beginning and the end. Like this is where everything began. This is where 115 originally originated from, and like this is where it was sent out to the world to cause this like untold destruction, the destruction of the Earth, destruction of the Moon. Everything that has ever happened in zombies is because of this moment right here. Whenever the Shadow Man summons this thing, and he is just wreaking havoc on everything.
In our perfect world. I'm not going to sugarcoat things.
Okay, so what do we have here? We have a Kembo MR6 or M16 or MR6s. Takeo has his katana. Richthofen has a starting pistol. He has a KRM. Richthofen has that. What is Dempsey holding there? Is that the Banshee? They've always shown the zombies or the people holding like these weird weapons that end up not appearing. But I don't know what Dempsey's holding there, to be completely honest with you. I'm not sure. Let's see. Grant Norton says, I can only imagine what Miles' reaction to this trailer will be. Insane. Nicholas says, love your stream, bro. Did you notice that Monty disappeared behind them at the end of the trailer? Yeah, Monty was behind him. And he walks forward. He walks forward and then he shuts the door. Yeah, he's back there. He walks forward. You can see his face in the background right there. He's like, "You later, scrubs. That's all you." Pull a 3 Fox says, hey, no, just thought, what if our 4 players traveled to another dimension, the Shadow Man found them and opened a portal to the Apothecon universe, what we see in the trailer. Just sort of made sense in my head. Keep up the good work. It kind of makes sense, but I think I like what my theory is a little bit better than that. It makes a little bit more sense to me anyway. But it's possible. Everything's possible in the Zombies storyline. Mr. JG says there's a new gun in the picture in the Nipsey's hand. I don't know if that's new. I don't think it's the Dingo. Is that the Ajax? What gun is Dempsey holding? Moses says Monty is hiding something. I think he's lying about Maxis being possessed by the Shadow Man. I think Monty possessed Maxis. It's possible. It's very possible. That's why I don't fully trust Monty yet. DJ Tilt says someone put Milo's heart attack on which watch for the trailer after the collectible flower vase. Also, the collectible flower vase is in the stairs of the house. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. We don't know exactly what that thing is. What the thing is there for. Awesome 80 says, you're saying that Mob and Shadows of Evil are prequels to Origins in the Giant Cast like they happened before Noct and Black Ops 1? Because that means the Mobcast was the first to ever see the zombies in the storyline. Also, thanks for the shout out to my Aunt Barbara. Easter eggs for charity rip. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. And are you saying that Mod and Shadows of Evil are the prequels to Origins in the Giant Cast? No, I'm not saying. Origins came before Shadows of Evil and the Giant. Origins came before so it goes Origins, Shadows of Evil, Giant as the order of those 3 maps. Okay, I'm gonna do one more explanation here, just to show you guys. Okay, so let's make a new one here. Don't save. All right, so here we go. Here's the explanation. So this is the Origins cutscene. Origins Easter egg. So in the Origins Easter egg, we send. Let's do it this way. So Origins Easter egg, we send Maxis Brain. So this is the explanation of the storyline from Origins. So we send Maxis's brain, and we send Samantha. So this is just Samantha. Everything. This is Samantha's soul. This is her body. Everything is rescued. So we'll draw a little Samantha here. Okay, so this is Samantha. And this is Maxis's brain. This is his brain right here. So Maxis's brain and Samantha get sent to... Oh, this is a bad house. Gets sent to the house. So this is Revelations. Okay. So Revelations. So Samantha and Maxis's brain from the end of the Origins Easter egg get sent to the house. Richtofen. So this is Richtofen. Richtofen goes to get the Chronorium. So he gets the Chronorium, which tells him how to find the Shadows of Evil key. I'm gonna just call it the Shadows of Evil key. It's a summoning key. So this is where Richtofen acquires the summoning key, right here, right? So he goes to find the Chronorium, which we haven't got that part of the storyline explained yet. That'll be explained in the comics. From there, he goes to the Shadows of Evil summoning key, and then he meets back up on the Giant through that teleporter pad. The Giant, and then the Origins. This is Tak, Nick, Demp. So Takio, Nikolai, and Dempsey all go to the Giant, and then Richtofen meets back up with them. Sometime in this area right here, Richtofen's soul. So this is Rick soul. Sometime in this time, in between the Origins Easter egg and the time where he gets the Chronorium, Richtofen's soul. Or maybe even before the Origins Easter egg. So it has to be before the Origins Easter egg. But then again, we don't know where the Origins Easter egg takes place chronologically. So we're not sure. But anyway, Richtofen's soul makes his way to the house. So Samantha's soul is in the house. Maxis's brain is in the house. And Richtofen's soul is in the house, which is the kid versions of Samantha and Richtofen. So they have the summoning key, and they're at the Giant. So the Giant, they kill Richtofen 1.0. He doesn't collect his soul. Because his soul is already there, or maybe he does. We don't know exactly how like the soul transfer and the creating the kids actually like works, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's what happens. So they go to the Giant, and then from there they go to Eisen. So they go to Der Eisen, and then this is Dempsey's soul. Dempsey, my dude, is right here. So Dempsey's soul gets sent to the house. So now they have Maxis there, who Monty used to make a body, which Maxis doesn't have a soul, but he has a body and he has his brain. That's all he has. Samantha's there, her body's there, she's a little kid. Dempsey gets sent there, he's now a little kid in the house. After Der Eisen, we go to Zetsubo. Oh wait, no. His body isn't sent yet. His body isn't sent yet. That's it doesn't really make a difference. But his body isn't sent yet. They just collect it. So then they get Takio on Zetsubo. So this is Tak. So they have all these guys: Dempsey, Takio, and Nikolai. So Dempsey and Takio both go into the summoning key. And then on Garad Krovi, obviously Garad, we have Nikolai here. So this is Nick. So, and then Nikolai also gets put into the summoning key. So basically the summoning key has all the souls that they need. They have Richthofen, or they don't have Richthofen. They have Dempsey, Takio, and Nikolai in the soul. So that at the end of the Garad Krovi cutscene, they send all the souls. So this summoning key has kind of like travels each map. It goes with Richthofen each map. And so the summoning key is here, right? It has all the souls. This is a very, very full summoning key. It's got the Shadow Man and then all three of the souls. So all of the souls are sent to the house and creates the characters' bodies, basically. All the souls are sent to the house. That's when the children are created or brought there. And that's when Samantha and Eddie get their playmates, basically. Samantha and Eddie were in the house the whole time, but now they have their playmates. They're the three other kids that you see in the trailer. And then from Garad, also, not only are the souls sent from the summoning key, the souls are sent, or they come from the characters themselves, the O4, come from Garad. That's basically the storyline. That's basically, did you fail art class? On a computer, yes. That is, the blood, where does the blood come in? Richthofen had the blood, already up here. So this is the blood vial for Richthofen. Let's put a little cap on it. So this is the blood vial for Richthofen. And then right after Zetsubo, the characters real quick go to what we assume is Mob of the Dead. This is where I assume they go to Mob of the Dead, and this is where they get that link. And they get 3 more blood vials, or 3 more sets of blood vials for all the characters. That's right at the end of the Zetsubo cutscene. They teleport away, they grab the blood vials, and then they go to Garad Krovi. Sorry, I missed that in the first run through. So that's where they get the blood vials. I assume we're gonna figure out what exactly happens here. The big reveal is gonna be what happens with the blood vials at the end of the storyline. Like 100%, Mob of the Dead is the important thing. The blood vials are the important thing that we don't know about yet. Zero says if you move on the new theme on the PlayStation, it makes a teleporter riff sound from Shadows of Evil. I know, it's crazy, right? I'm thinking maybe that's the teleporting between the different maps, possibly, but we'll see. Jakey Bear says, hey, no, first time donating. I love your streams, and I'm so hyped. Just got the FFAR today. Nice, nicely done. It's not very good for zombies, but it is good for multiplayer. Mastiff says, hey, at the 3 minute in the video, it looks like Nocturne Tone. It is Nocturne Tone, Mastiff. You have a keen eye, my friend. Iron Cheese Puff says, leave it to the kid Nikolai to be playing with himself. Oh, poor Nikolai. Poor Nikolai. And then George Parker says, no, probably not important, but it looks like there's something in the window that was originally unlocked at the back of the at the back on the right. Yeah. Are you talking about the death ray? Yeah, that's the creature. The creature flies by out there, and obviously we have the death ray, and then we have the giant 115 orb. So we have the death ray, creatures right there flying by, and then we have all the zombies. So anyway, the transit. This is the everything from Origins. Basically, the way the storyline is working is that everything that happened before Origins is what we're trying. Like literally, you don't have to know any of the other storyline before Origins. All you have to know is that leading into Origins. So this big arrow right here. This is a really big arrow. This is every single map before the Black Ops before Origins. Every single map before Origins, besides Mob of the Dead as well, is basically just kind of backstory. as to what we're trying to fix. We created such a bad world with this evil that Richtofen and Maxis and everybody is trying to, Monty, it seems like, is trying to fix this evil, and this is where the evil started, in this house, in this dimension, and it just was sent back through time. So everything that came in before this, Black Ops 2, Buried, everything like that is just like is just nothing. It's like it's all what we're trying to delete. We're just trying to delete that past. It's cool to know it, but you honestly don't need to know it. So that's the truth of it. But DLC 4, boys, DLC 4. We're taking him on. The final battle between the Shadow Man. Hopefully we're gonna take him out. George Parker says I meant back left. But it looks like there's something else where a window originally was. I'm guessing it's just a barrier now. I don't think they're gonna open up the entire old maps to us. Maybe not. It's very simple. But like Kino was very much shut off. It is a playable area because we saw the Bowie knife there. But it was very much like shut off. You're not allowed to go to the rest of it. It's just gonna be the main theater area, and I assume that's gonna be the same for this map. Remastered maps are again possible, but they're not gonna be in this DLC. They are possible. I will not discredit them for being possible, but as I told you guys yesterday, they're not going to be in this DLC. So this is the man himself. This is who we're taking down. The end of DLC 4. Hopefully. It's Reclufy says you should be a teacher. A zombie storyline teacher. So, this is the man himself. This is who we're going to be taking out. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Dude, I am so hyped. I am legit so freaking hyped. It's insane. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be about it, guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot to take a look at the thumbnail. The actual thumbnail. So, ooh, let me do this. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Phew! Yeah. Oh yeah, so the actual thumbnail is right here. Any second now. Any second now. The Apothecon Servant upgrade will be in this map. I am like convinced of it now. Come on, baby. There we go. Any second now. Okay, there we go. So this is the thumbnail that Treyarch has. So right here. Oops. Right here. We have ourselves the Pack-a-Punch machine. We got the OG Pack-a-Punch machine. Big news, big news. Right here, obviously, we have one of these giant monsters who are coming in to fight us. We have a wall by right here that looks like... This honestly might be the starting area right here, because this looks like it could possibly be the house. And then right here, we have the Shiva wall by. So this definitely looks like it might possibly be the starting area, but then again, we do have the Pack-a-Punch here. We've got the church in the background, which isn't exactly broken. We've got that generator from the trailer yesterday, right there. What else do we have? Is that a gobblegum machine right? Oh, is that a gobblegum machine right there? Hello? That looks like it might possibly be a gobblegum machine. So yeah, this is another image right here, just to show you guys. And then again, Pack-a-Punch right there. 115 generator looking thing right there, and then we have the red over here. It's kind of interesting. I got red over there and blue over there. So again, might be possibly something with that. But I believe that is actually going to it might be the HVK as well. So this might not be the starting area, but this is definitely the Pack-a-Punch, and that is definitely a big monster. That's what I can tell you for sure. HVK and the Shiva have the same chalk outline. Oh, I never knew that. Interesting. So that could be... I actually, if I had to guess, I would say that's HVK, because the Pack-a-Punch is right here. All right, guys, but I think that is going to about wrap it up. I hope you guys have enjoyed the breakdown. If you have, go ahead and leave a like. Let's try to get to 10K likes with this. That'd be very, very much appreciated. And, yeah, get hyped. Get hyped, boys. 11 days, and we're going to be playing Revelations. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you all in the next one, and peace out, my friends. Oh, yeah, I cut up at the... Okay, anyway, peace out, my friends. Love you guys.